This bill is about safety for some of our most vulnerable citizens, and it's also about peace of mind for families so that they know that they have all the resources of 911 at their services to help find our vulnerable citizens should they become disoriented or wander off. I was so pleased when Mayor DiCianni, who I've worked with on other pieces of legislation to help autistic children and autistic families, when he brought it up to me, I think it was over a year ago, and I said, oh yes, I'm all over this. I will help you. I would like to be the chief sponsor and make sure that this great idea does become law, which it will today. So using telecommunications, the people who worked on this, I know that there was a model here in Elmhurst, and just last week in my hometown of Highland Park, several of the parents of cognitively disabled children had suggested that the city do more to help identify them and to help public service personnel identify them and know that they might need help. So, Mayor, I hope you will share your experience of the public-private partnership you put together already to do things like this with the rest of the municipalities throughout the state. This public signing does build awareness of some of the great laws that we put together, but under your leadership, we do keep the state moving forward with important legislation like this. So thank you to everyone for all their support, our bipartisan support for this bill. Thank you.
4 years ago on a Saturday morning, we were having a typical Saturday morning. I was upstairs and my husband was downstairs with Emmett. My husband came upstairs and asked, as he had asked me a million times before, is he with you? And I said no. And I immediately headed for the door, as well as my husband. He grabbed his keys, I grabbed a pair of flip-flops, and I took off down the street. As I started running, he started driving. And as I ran down the street, I immediately called out to my neighbors. As I rounded the corner, I ran into a convenience store and I said, have you seen my son? And people stopped and started looking. And I started to run some more down York Road. And I was stopped by police officials. Go home, Mrs. O'Brien, they told me. We need you at home for when we find him. Just as the county bloodhound dogs started on their trek from our house, a lovely Jewel employee who happened to be a special ed major at Elmhurst College spotted James in the DVD aisle. She knew he was special needs immediately and that he shouldn't be alone. And 2 hours later, he was found. Thank God for this neighborhood, and thank God for our neighbors and for our mayor, who listened when I asked him afterwards that we need to find a GPS system to help find our kids. You have given our family and many families of kids with autisms and other disorders and adults with Alzheimer's some peace of mind today.